Boyette.
All right, and we're here for sentencing in 7093 for a charge of possession of methamphetamine, a 10-year maximum with 0 to 11 guideline range, and 7094 carrying concealed weapon, a 5-year maximum with a 0 to 9 guideline range. Have you had a chance to review the pre-sentence report recommendations with your client?
Judge, yes, I have. I've reviewed them with Mr. Boyette.
Any additions or corrections?
I don't have any.
Any scoring challenges?
No, the scoring seemed appropriate. Thank you.
Ms. Goodrich, any additions, corrections, or scoring challenges from the people?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Steffi, go ahead with anything you want to say on your client's behalf.
Thank you, Judge. As Your Honor is surely aware of, we have a sentencing agreement in this case, which the MDOC agreed with. That would be for 7411 status on the possession of methamphetamine, and then a delay of sentence on the other file resulting in a misdemeanor weapons offense. Mr. Boyette is here before you. He served 6 months in the jail on a bond violation. And that, of course, was sort of equates to a forced rehabilitation stint. Mr. Boyette's issue is not a flaw of character or disposition, but rather an addiction issue, which obviously is so common in the courtroom here. So in total, he's done about almost 9 months of sobriety. He did his 6 months in jail. He participated in weekly or 3 different weekly meetings there, learning some skills and tools, which so far he's been successfully able to apply. He's been sober for about 80 days outside of custody, and to my knowledge has not had any issues testing or on bond. He's here today supported by his family. He's got a very active supporting long-term girlfriend. He co-parents her children. He also has sole custody of his 16-year-old son. He's got a full-time job as a delivery driver and looking to expand his territory and hours. So I think he's situated to prove himself to you, and I ask that you go along with the sentencing agreement. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Steffi. Mr. Boyette, you don't have to say anything today, but you're welcome to. Is there anything you want to tell me or no?
Yes, Your Honor. I realized that what I did obviously was illegal, and that's what put me in the position I'm here today. I was in jail for 6 months, and in that time I was able to reflect and learn from my mistakes of where I didn't want to be and where I did want to be, and the means that I was going to take to get there. So since I've been out, I got out March 10th. I was at work March 11th, 8 a.m. And as well, I have cut out anybody from my life who does or did anything from before, and now I'm just with family and very few friends. So I did learn, and I would like to continue to prove to you that it was a mistake and one not to be repeated.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Goodrich, any recommendations from the people?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. We are here because on May 31st of 2025, the defendant was pulled over. A machete was found in his vehicle along with methamphetamine, oxycodone, as well as other non-narcotic medications. And then while on bond for that case on September 9th of 2025, he was pulled over with a rifle and methamphetamine in his vehicle. The defendant is 34 years old. He has no prior felonies, 2 misdemeanors. He is employed with a high school diploma. The guidelines were 0 to 11. The defendant had already served 182 days. When he was released and placed back on bond, there has been no further violations. So we'd ask the court to follow the plea agreement for no further immediate jail. And I agree with the PSI recommendation for the 18-month probation period to address the substance abuse issues here. Also, lastly, as to the weapon, the long rifle, we are in the process of returning that to Daniel Oswald II. We're just working with him on producing some paperwork showing ownership, and that will be returned.
Okay, so you don't need the judgment sentence to reflect any weapons disposition. You're handling that.
Yes.
Okay. You agree with that, Mr. Steffi? The judgment doesn't need to address that.
I do agree. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right, thank you. Mr. Boyette, would you please stand with your lawyer for the court sentence? Well, Mr. Boyette, you have no prior felonies, 2 misdemeanors. You do have some positives in your life that you and your lawyer have outlined here, and I've seen in the pre-sentence report. Just the only thing I'll tell you is, you know, methamphetamine is a difficult drug to manage. And so it's a hard drug to dabble with. So some of the good things you've got going on, those would disappear pretty quickly if you continue down that path. People think that they can manage that, and I've yet to meet those people. It falls apart. It falls apart. So I hope that you continue on a path of sobriety from that. I think these recommendations are appropriate here, given all the information available to me. So in 7093, the possession of methamphetamine, I'm going to place you on probation pursuant to section 7411 of the Michigan Public Health Code. And I'm going to have that be for a 12-month term for 1 year. It'll be subject to the terms and conditions listed on pages 2 and 3 of the pre-sentence report. And highlighting, of course, substance abuse assessment and treatment. There's a state cost of $68, a crime victims assessment of $130, court costs of $350, and there's a monthly supervision fee to the Department of Corrections. And I'm going to order that you complete, this is an additional term, Mr. Purvis, Agent Purvis. I'm going to order that you complete 10 days on the sheriff's work crew program. It's a community service detail. And you can contact the sheriff's department. They do it on like Tuesdays and Thursdays. So you have to arrange those. And as I said, that'll be under section 7411, so we won't enter a judgment of conviction. And in file 7094, the carrying concealed weapon, the DOC recommendation was for time served, but there is a recommendation for delay from the plea agreement. So I'm going to follow that. And I'm going to place you on a 12-month delay of sentence. So Agent Purvis, the probation terms could mirror the probation terms from the other file, with the exception of I won't assess court costs or supervision fee duplicatively, and I won't assess the work crew duplicatively. So Mr. Boyat, in that file, there's $68 in state cost, $130 in a crime victims assessment, and I'm not going to separately order court costs or supervision or community service. If you comply with the terms of probation, at the end of it, the charges will be dismissed. If, wait, no, I'm sorry, on the delay, it's a misdemeanor at the back end of it. Okay, and on the 7411, there's a dismissal. All right, so if you successfully complete the probation, we'll be back here in a year, and it'll be a happy day for you. It'll just be a misdemeanor on your record, and you'll go about your business and be off probation. If you violate or don't complete probation, you're going to come back here for sentencing on 2 felonies. And I'm sure your lawyer can explain to you that'll be a very different day for you. So we don't want that to happen at all. So I encourage you to cooperate with Agent Purvis and make sure things are pointing in the right direction in your life. Okay. You are eligible for early discharge from probation on the 7411 at the halfway point. We're going to hand you a piece of paper explaining that. I'm going to tell you, I'm not likely to grant that since you're on a 12-month delay anyway. I want to wait and see how everything does after 12 months, but you're legally allowed to petition for that. So I'm going to hand that to you. And also in the 7411 file, you can file an appeal if you wish to the Court of Appeals. We're going to hand you a piece of paper explaining that process. Ask you to initial 1 copy, and so we have a record, we gave it to you. The other one's for you to fill out if you want to appeal. In the weapons case, we're delaying the sentence legally, so we don't really have an appeal right at this point. Legally, we're delaying the sentence, having you do some things for us, and coming back in a year and seeing how you did. Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
No, Your Honor.
Do you want her to stick around and meet with you?
No, Your Honor. I'll talk
Okay.
to her.
Okay. All right. So you're all set then.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck. And thank you, Mr. Stuckey.
Thank you, Judge. See you. Have a good day.
All right, Mr. Gilbert.
Yes, Your Honor.
We're a little bit delayed getting to your docket here.